All right. Hey, everybody. So, welcome to another Fuck This Movie video, aka another video talking about the After Everything teaser. So, yesterday I put up my reaction, and it was just simply, me finding various ways to say fuck this movie, fuck this movie, fuck this movie, fuck this movie, fuck this movie. But I wanted to kind of give my expanded thoughts on it, and don't worry, it's still going to be very much fuck this movie, fuck this movie, fuck this movie, and fuck this studio. But I kind of wanted to talk through this because looking around online, there's still clearly a lot of emotions still running high when it comes to this teaser, and rightfully so, because this teaser is fucking atrocious. Especially given the fact that the main female lead is not seen in it. Now, there are some theories that she is in this teaser. I want to talk that through in a little bit. But it's not just the fact that the main female lead is not in this teaser. Like, that is like a huge, huge, huge thing. But that's not the main. But that's not like I. But that is the main problem with this teaser. But there's also a lot of tinier issues involved in this when it really does come to the character assassinations, because there are character assassinations all over this teaser. When it comes to Hardin, who never fucked anyone who wasn't named Tessa, but then we see him in Lisbon having like a 365 days scenario, which, yeah, some of y'all have actually really made me laugh in an amazing way when you guys say, like, oh, this looks like 365 days. No, it really does. Like, if you did not have the After Everything title, if I was not even a fan of this franchise, I would literally think that this was one of those, like, well, 365 days made a fuck ton of money, so let's just do something like that. That's what I would literally think that this thing is. But one of the big things is that even during the 2 years away, Hardin never fucked any girls. So if this is set during those 2 years, this is even a character assassination of Hardin. And not only that, but it ruins so much of his progress, because in the teaser, we actually see him picking up a bottle and, drinking and relapsing. He doesn't do that in the books. Like once he has like the 2 years, like, he doesn't do that in the books. And so now they're saying, like, oh, but he relapsed here, but we saw him going to rehab in After Ever Happy. The teaser opens up with Trish and Vance sitting together, and it's like, what? When did they become like one big happy family? Like, where is Mark? Where is not Mark, Mike. Mike, I know that somebody just started screaming at me in the comments. Like, where is Mike? Where is Kimberly? I mean, we know that that's like one of the Portugal scenes that they filmed, because we knew is that Steven and Louise were like the only two other actors who they actually got back. So, like, okay, well, we know that that's one of the new scenes. So again, but even in that little moment, like, there is a character assassination with Trish, because in After We Collided, Trish is the one to really tell Hardin, okay, you got to go fight for Tessa. You got to go get Tessa. Yeah, you fucked up, but like, yeah, you got to go fight for her. But, when he's sitting there, moping, I mean, her first reaction to him is literally, you got to move on, dude. Like, you got to, like, go, go off and, go, go, you got to go clear your head, like, go, go, move on. That's not Trish. That's not Trish even a little bit. Like, who is this Trish? So yeah, we're not just getting a character assassination of Hardin, we're getting a character assassination of Trish. You are ruining these characters. These are not the characters from the After series. These are not the characters that we know and love. Like, you are completely writing your own fan fiction with this. And that's a fucking problem when you start writing your own fan fiction with this. Because at least with After, I could at least sit there and pick apart and say, oh, well, there's this scene that I sort of recognize. Here's this scene that I sort of recognize. But it looks like you guys aren't even working off of a book with After Everything. It looks like you're completely doing your own thing. It looks like you're doing your own fan fiction of what this thing is. Like, you didn't even read the books. Like, you don't even give a fuck about the books. You don't give a fuck about Anna. You don't give a fuck about Joe. You don't give a fuck about the audience. You don't give a fuck about these actors who have poured their blood, sweat, and tears into these performances. Because, look, I mean, these are still good performances. I just don't recognize the characters. Like, it's still Louise Lombard, you know, being Trish, being the most perfect Trish that we can think of. Like, but that's not Trish. Like, you might as well call her Joanne based on how she's acting. You might as well call Vance, you know, Miles, you know, based on how they look in that scene. Because it's like, what, are they one big happy family now? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And also, when the fuck did Harden go to Lisbon? Like, when the fuck did Harden go to Portugal, or like whatever, like Lisbon is, or Portugal is standing in for? Like, what the fuck? Like, when did he actually go there? And so I don't know, like, when this is supposed to be set, because Vance says, you know, oh, you know, you're having a problem, you know, turning in your next manuscript, which Harden did write a couple of books in the book. He did write a couple of things in the book, but he also wrote things, you know, to kind of help people with their recovery. So he's kind of a hypocrite. Like, if he's trying to write things, you know, talking, you know, helping people with recovery, but he's sitting there relapsing, which that's one of my bigger problems with that fucking scene where, you know, where he's picking up the bottle and he's relapsing. Because it's like, well, wait a minute, what the fuck are you doing? Because even there, you are character assassinating Harden. But there are a couple of other things that I did want to bring up with this teaser, because I am starting to see some people, you know, say, well, maybe Tessa is in it. You know, maybe, you know that painting, that I mean, like, it's a beautiful fucking painting. I'll admit that. It is a beautiful fucking painting. Like, there are some gorgeous shots in this. Which, again, like, you're in Portugal, you know, like, you're going to get some gorgeous fucking shots in this. But there are some gorgeous shots in this. And that's why I really hate this teaser more than anything. Even beyond, you know, the character assassinations and, you know, the character assassinations, the fuck you to the fans, to Anna, to, you know, everybody involved. It's really like there are some gorgeous stuff in this trailer. Like, there really is like some gorgeous stuff in this trailer. And again, when you're in Portugal, it's not that hard to do, which is why I did not give, you know, 365 days like all the credit in the world, because it's like, well, look at the location where you're in. Of course, you're going to get some, you know, just point the camera at a certain, you know, place and you're going to get a beautiful shot. And also, you know, like, again, like, Harden, like, Hero, like, it's the best he's looked in this franchise. I mean, like, even like, with the hair, you know, like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, there are some good stuff in this, but back to that fucking painting. So some people are claiming that the shot where we see the painting, that the painting is Tessa. Who the fuck would have posed for that? Not Tessa, not Tessa Young. Definitely not Tessa Young. In what goddamn world, in the world of the books or the movie, do you ever think that Tessa would pose like one of Harden's French girls? Yeah, no, like, everybody's been making like the Titanic reference, so yeah, I'm gonna make the Titanic joke too. Like, when the hell would Tessa ever agree to pose like one of Harden's French girls? Like, when the fuck would she ever pose for a painting like that? That is, again, a character assassination, because it's like, well, Tessa would never do that. And if Tessa did not pose for that, but that is still supposed to represent Tessa, then there's like a whole mess of other issues there, because it's like, well, Harden, you fucking creeper. You fucking creeper. You know, yeah, how much do you really respect her if you're painting her like that? Or if you're having her painted like that? Like, how much do you really respect her if she didn't pose for that? Because believe me, Tessa Young, the Tessa Young that we know from the books, that we know from the movies, would never pose for something like that. So the next shot where people are claiming like, oh, this is Tessa, like, oh, this is Joe, there's, again, like a whole mess of other issues here if this is Joe. Is the shot where Harden is with a woman and she has like the black bra, she's shirtless, we see like the bra, the breast, the stomach. There's a mess of other issues there, and let me go ahead and talk about that, because like, this is not the defense that you think that this is. Because not only are you not showing your main female lead's face, like, not only do we not see the main female lead in this teaser, but the problem is that if you reduced her to either a nude shot or a half-naked shot, that is an even bigger fucking problem. That is an even bigger fucking problem that I don't think that this fandom is ready to talk about yet. Because I've tried to talk about the overt sexualization of Joe. I've tried to talk about the overt sexualization of Joe, and you guys have shouted me down. It's like one of my most downvoted videos. So yeah, no, I've talked about, you know, the issues here, because there is a whole list of fucking issues if they really did not even show the main female lead's face, but reduced her to either a nude shot or a half-naked shot. There is a real fucking problem with there. And you know what? It's really scary that some of you cannot fucking see that. It is really scary that some of you cannot fucking see that. That there is a problem there. This feels like a cash grab. And so one of the things that I did want to talk about here is some of the theories that have been running around. So one of the theories that have been running around is that, oh, this is the hardened teaser, and then we'll get the Tessa teaser, you know, say today for Christmas Eve or tomorrow for Christmas. Here's the problem with that little theory, is that there is no fucking evidence that this is coming. There is no, other than like some of the defenders, you know, trying to, you know, shield the studio from any type of criticisms, there is no evidence that we're getting a Tessa teaser today or tomorrow for Christmas. There is no fucking evidence of that. There's no implication here that's what we're getting. Because right now, when you look at the after movie account, it says, it's time. You know, gift present emoticon. You know, your first look at hashtag after everything is here, black heart emoticon. But like, there is no evidence here. There's no even wink, wink, nudge. And I was like, oh, this is the hardened teaser. Tomorrow will be the Tessa teaser. Like, there's no evidence of that. So if we end up getting that, that doesn't negate any problem that I have with this teaser, because there is no evidence that that is what is happening. There is no evidence that that's what's happening. And if that ends up happening, some of you just outed yourselves as being in cahoots with the studio. Because the only way that you would have that insider knowledge is either if you were in that much denial, or if you are a part of that group chat and you knew this was coming. Because they knew that the fans were going to react. So they could have done a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Now, let's just say for 5 seconds that this teaser is misleading. Let's just say for 5 seconds that this teaser is misleading. Why the fuck would they do that? Why would they do that for Christmas Eve? And you know what, Voltage? If any of you are watching, here's the God's honest truth. You are not that fucking big to be misleading people. You are not that big to be fucking with the fans. To be lying in your teasers. You are not that fucking big. You have not made that much fucking money. You are not Marvel. You are not Avatar. You are not any other big movie who has, you know, put out misleading trailers to avoid spoilers or to have actually some surprises, you know, for the actual film. You are not that fucking big. You are not that big, and you need to get your head out of your asses. You need to deflate your heads right fucking now if that's what you're doing. If this spans all of, 5 minutes? If this spans all of, 30 seconds? Or this is like some, you know, like fake out here? You need to get your head out of your asses and you need to deflate that fucking ego, because you are not Marvel, you are not Disney, you are not, you know, any of these other big fucking movies. You are a rinky-dink studio who has not made enough money to start pulling shit like that, and fuck you if you did. And fuck you if you did. Because you are not that fucking big. You are not that kind of studio. And yes, I am that fucking angry. If they just misleaded the fans here, then you fucking knew. You knew how fans were going to react. You knew that we were going to give you this reaction. You knew that 99% of this fandom was going to say fuck you. And honestly, that surprised me a little bit, because usually there are more defenders out there, but for the first time, it looks like 99.9% of people are looking at this teaser and saying fuck you. It is really noticeable. So you really fucked up with this teaser, because there is no evidence other than a few of your defenders saying, you know, like, oh, well, we're going to get the Tessa teaser today. There is no fucking evidence of that. There is no fucking evidence of that. You disrespected the fans by doing this. You disrespected Anna Todd, because these are not her fucking characters. Like it or not, these are not her fucking characters. Beyond everything else, beyond every other issue with this teaser, beyond the fact that, you know, that Joe is not even in this teaser, other than potentially body shots, you disrespected the characters. You are not even fit to lick the boots of Anna Todd, because you just character assassinated these characters. That is what you did. You just assassinated these characters, because I don't recognize a single one of the characters in this movie. In this teaser, I don't recognize Harden. I don't recognize Trish. I don't recognize Van. I don't recognize any of these characters. So how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you put the name of After and then do a teaser like this? How fucking dare you? And I know people are going to say that it's not that serious. Yes, it is. Because I might have just started, here, when the first one was getting ready to come out, like right around that area. But there are people who have been here a lot longer than me. There are fans here who deserve your time and your fucking respect. Who have poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this franchise. There are people who have been here since the Wattpad days who deserve better than this. That is my biggest issue with this, is that you spit on the fans. Because that is what that is what this teaser looks like, is that you're spitting on the fans. You're spitting on the fans. You're spitting on the legacy of Hessa. You're spitting on the legacy of Anna Todd. And you're using her characters and, a title that is similar to hers to, get people into that theater. And fuck you for it. And fuck you for it. And even another thing. This also adds to the fact that maybe Castile did not direct this. Or maybe she did not direct, a chunk of this. Because you know what? When I'm looking at this teaser, I've seen enough of Castile Landon's work to sort of even get a sense of her style. This is not Castile Landon's style. She knows these books inside and fucking out. She knows these books inside and out. So I refuse to believe that this is what she turned in. That she turned in something like this. So fuck you for it. Not only did you disrespect Joe, you disrespected Castile, you disrespected Anna, you disrespected the fans, you disrespected these actors, you disrespected this mythology, you disrespected, the characters, you disrespected everything. And just because if you do release a Tessa teaser at this moment, or sometime today, or tomorrow, that does not negate a single fucking problem with this actual teaser. So fuck you, and fuck your studio. So jump down to the comment section below. Let me know what you think about all this. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. As always, remember, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's go through all the stuff that you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on After Ever Happy, After Everything, and all the After spinoffs. You guys are going to be so happy that you're actually, given the updates with After Everything, you might not be that happy. That you're going to be begging me to stop the updates. Actually, you might be begging me to stop the updates. Because I was terminated for so long, there's still some stuff from After We Collided that I do have to catch up on, including topic videos, and those are coming sooner rather than later. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to go to the heights that it has without you guys, and so for that, I'm eternally grateful. I know, there are plenty of fans out there, old and new, who have no idea, absolutely no idea that this channel exists, so please keep sharing the channel. Please keep spreading the word of Charles's movie channel, because this will easily be one of the best, if not the best, After series channels you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the After series channel. I'll see you later, After fans, Joe fans, Hero fans. Take care, y'all. Love you.